All right, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like we could be potentially getting Jermall Charlo versus David Benavidez. That sounds like an interesting fight since Canelo Alvarez is taking the route of Bivol and the Gennady Golovkin fight, and David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo could be an action-packed fight. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So we have some news, unfortunately, for as Canelo Alvarez is not going to fight Jermall Charlo. He has turned down the $50 million that he was offered for a one-fight deal, and Canelo Alvarez is looking to be making his way from that deal with Matchroom to Zone, an $85 million deal, two-fight deal. And it looks like everything is trying to get finalized, and Canelo Alvarez seems to be satisfied. With that being said, a lot of people saying that Canelo Alvarez is stuck in Jermall Charlo. He's been running since 154. Well, Canelo Alvarez is just doing what he should do in the sport of boxing: get the most amount of money that you can and get out of the sport. Well, Canelo Alvarez is looking for legacy. He doesn't care about the money, but he's looking to rectify his name and stuff like that. Sorry, guys, about my collar. But with that being said, I think Canelo Alvarez is going to, like I said before, he's going to become undisputed at 175 under a calendar year. And he's going to probably potentially move up to cruiserweight or come back down to 168, which I think he can, but I don't know if he's going to. But it puts Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez into position to fight for those belts. So while Jermall Charlo comes up to super middleweight, you can go ahead and raise and fight David Benavidez for the vacant WBC belt if it's available. If Canelo Alvarez decides to vacate all the belts, then you can unify the division. Also unify the division with Demetrius Andre, which put you in a position to have the WBC and the WBO if you guys decide to fight. I think that is to keep you busy, get you acclimated to 168. And David Benavidez is looking for all the smoke. So this man been calling you out since the beginning, and I think that you guys should get together and fight. And maybe Canelo Alvarez could potentially get the winner of you or David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo. And Canelo Alvarez at the end of the day is just rectifying his name, putting his name in the Hall of Fame. And people, we got to understand, Canelo Alvarez, you know, he's only fighting the best of the best in his era in the weight classes he move up. As diehard boxing fans, we want to see him fight Benavidez. We want to see him fight Demetrius Andre. We want to see him fight Jermall Charlo and all these other guys. I think Canelo Alvarez wants to make history first, and I believe he truly is going to fight all these guys. He's just on a mission. You know, Canelo Alvarez is the sixth undisputed champion at 168. Imagine he's going to be undisputed again at 175. So Canelo Alvarez will have that sixth spot and have that seventh spot. And what if Canelo Alvarez says, look, I might go up to cruiserweight since these guys ain't nothing. I'm going to go up there and get undisputed up there. So Canelo Alvarez can have basically hold three names for undisputed in the Hall of Fame. Canelo Alvarez will be damn sure one of the best Mexican fighters of all time if he claimed undisputed three times, which I don't think he's going to do it at cruiserweight because guys are bigger up there, but they're not still a competition. I think Canelo Alvarez could get undisputed at cruiserweight as well. But Canelo Alvarez is focused on light heavyweight. So Canelo Alvarez took the route of Bivol. You go ahead and you get Bivol out of there. You could wait for the Joe Smith Jr. and Arthur Beterbiev fight to happen. While you're waiting, you also have that, like I said, that two-fight deal to fight Gennady Golovkin. Make Gennady Golovkin move to super middleweight. You could have the fight in your own country in Mexico and stuff like that. And it'll be massive, and I think it will do numbers. And I would love for Canelo. The reason why I say I love for Canelo Alvarez to fight Gennady Golovkin because I want him to get out the sport. Gennady Golovkin, he hold up the middleweight division for 2 damn years, him and Murata. And I want to see Canelo Alvarez retire this dude so it gives other middleweights to have an opportunity to fight for all those belts and claim undisputed there. Since Demetrius Andre and Jermall Charlo didn't have the opportunity, I would love to see Canelo Alvarez make Bumlov move up to 168, knock him out, get him out of the sport, and make him retire because he's just holding up the middleweight division at the end of the day. With that being said, it looks like Jermall Charlo could be potentially fighting David Benavidez. Seems the Canelo fight is off the table, which Dave Benavidez and Demetrius Andre would be the top dogs at super middleweight, and including Caleb Plant as well. And you guys can all get it down, get a showdown, and potentially fight for title eliminators and put you in the spot to make sure to make you potentially fight Canelo in the future. And look, if Canelo say, "Look, I'm gonna come back down to 168 and I'm gonna fight these guys and I'm gonna reclaim the throne," it gives you an opportunity to get a payday, an opportunity to keep those belts, and give you a chance at Canelo Alvarez. But a lot of people wanted to see Canelo Alvarez versus Jermall Charlo because that was a big name fight. And people want to say that Jermall Charlo is a tougher out than Bivol. No, he's not. People got to forget Bivol is an Olympic gold medalist. Bivol has very good boxing ability, but Bivol just didn't look good his last two fights. I'm sure he's going to make the adjustments if he fights Canelo Alvarez. I've seen Bivol. He's a very good, technically sound boxer. I think Bivol is a tougher out than Joe Smith Jr. and Arthur Benavidez because Bivol's not going to stand there in front of you. Bivol is looking to box. He's looking to get in and get out. Bivol is a big guy, but he doesn't have the longest arm reach in the world. And I think Bivol is going to put on a boxing lesson. I potentially think Bivol can beat Canelo Alvarez, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I just don't think that Bivol has enough power to keep Canelo Alvarez off him, and he didn't look good in his last two performances. But we gotta stop discrediting Bivol. Bivol is a more tougher challenge for Canelo Alvarez than Jermall Charlo. Now you guys probably think I'm crazy, but if you go back and look at Bivol fights, Bivol is technically sound boxer, has great lateral movement. He's looking to box. He's not looking to take your head off. He's just looking to box at the end of the day. That's why I have Canelo Alvarez winning the fight, because I think once Canelo Alvarez start cutting off the ring and applying pressure, Bivol could be in trouble and then potentially could get stopped. But be on the lookout for David Benavidez versus Jermall Charlo. If Jermall Charlo decides, look, we can make that fight happen for eliminator, then if you do successfully beat David Benavidez, you go after Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre had that on debut belt. It gives you an opportunity to unify the division if Canelo Alvarez decides to vacate all the belts. With that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.